I'm Archie Bradley, and you're listening to Like a Farmer.
Hey y'all, it's Pat. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer, powered by Ag America Media. Today's episode, we have Mr. Archie Bradley on the show. We're going to be talking about growing up in Oklahoma, his days in the bigs, and what he has planned post-baseball. He might not even be done with baseball yet. We are going to find out today. Welcoming on the show, Mr. Archie. Archie Bradley, thank you for coming on the show, man.
I really didn't have a choice.
You really did. Thank you for hosting me, too.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and I want Crash Landing Outdoors. We're sitting here today, and I'm excited to talk about that today. But great hunting, great weather. But before we get into that, there's one thing, in my opinion, that sticks out when you think about when you're playing professional ball. And you start off your rookie year, 2015, and I want to say you might be 2-0 at the time. I mean, you're balling.
Cruising.
And then
I'm going to be an all-star already.
You take 115 mile per hour to the dome, right? Like
here.
Put yourself,
right there.
Put yourself back in that situation.
Man,
right
it's I call it like pre-beard, life. It's so long ago, and it was such a, I say traumatic but crazy experience that it literally, like when I watch it, I have a hard time remembering it's me or looking at it. What I remember about exactly that, I beat Kershaw on my debut, no big. Outdueled Bumgarner next in San Fran, take a no-hitter into the sixth inning against Giovanni Gallardo and the Rangers. I go into my fourth start. I mean, not saying like I've got it made, but my first, I'm 2-0. Like I said, I'm rolling. Can't remember exactly what inning, second, but yeah, I get behind Carlos Gonzalez 2-0 and hang a very lazy curveball to one of the best power left-handed hitters. I mean, not maybe ever, but up there. He's in the top 10 of at least launching homers, especially Kershaw. Long story short, 2-0 curveball, boom, lights out. Come to, and for anyone who's seen the video, I mean, your boy is slumped.
Yeah, we need to just go ahead.
Yeah, we'll clip that,
boom,
right?
Video going now.
So as you can see me, I mean, face down, I'm not moving. You can hear, I mean, if you're going to have to replay it a couple times if your stomach can handle it. But you hear the bat, and then you hear the ball hit my face. And probably about the same loudness, same level of noise, maybe worse. And then, I mean, people say this all the time, but you could hear a pin drop in that stadium. I couldn't. I was knocked out. But you could hear a pin drop in that stadium. And it's crazy. I remember coming to, and everyone's around me kind of rolling over, and everyone's asking me, the doctor's medical team, are you okay? Like, all this. And I just remember my immediate thought was my parents. Like what my parents were thinking. Like my parents kind of had a routine. Is on my fourth start. They weren't at the game. Yeah. It's actually, my dad was at home at the Hard Rock Casino with some buddies, having a few beers, like watching his boy play in the big leagues.
Yeah.
My mom was actually in California. She was working, watching one of my high school best friends, Adrian Hauser, who's a big league pitcher, pitch in high A. She was actually at Adrian's game, watching my game on her phone and watching my buddy pitch in high A. And I get rocked. So I wake up, come to, and like they're asking me, I was like, call my mom. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, call my mom. So it's like, I mean, the ball hit me right here in the face. And again, my face was so swollen already on the outside and the inside. So I'm saying, call my mom. They're like, we got that. Like, what, where are you? I was like, Chase Field. What just happened? I was like, I just hung a 2-0 curveball. Carlos Gonzalez hit it, did the runner score. And they're like, what? I'm like, did the runner score? And they're like, no, he's on third. And I was like, okay, good. Like, and they're like, can you get up? And I was like, yeah, I can stand. Like, help me get up. And they're like, well, hold up. Like, how many, did some tests. And I was like, I'm good. And I remember like just tasting that, sharp taste in your mouth, like that blood, iron taste. And I chew gum. And I remember like spitting out what I thought at the time was teeth. So that gum was just covered in blood. And I couldn't feel anything. My mouth was so swollen. So yeah, I spit out what I thought was my teeth. They get me off the mound. I give a little thumbs up, like, hey, I'm okay. And I look like the guy from the Goonies. Clip that. We'll show some other pictures. I mean, it looks like the baseball got stuck in my face. I go in, CAT scans, MRIs. Team left the next day. I went to every ear, nose, and face specialist in the Valley. And, I mean, you talk about believing in something higher. Every doctor, every person I went to would pull my x-rays up, watch my video, and be like, your face should be shattered. So I broke a small piece of my nose, and I fractured my sinus cavity. No concussion, no loose teeth. Passed my concussion test 3 days in a row straight. No problem.
So when something like that happens, though, I mean, number one, do you think it maybe changed kind of your trajectory?
Yeah, of course.
100%.
And
do you
a
have
lot of
like PTSD just walking back to the mound?
Not now. I mean, there's times I think about it, and especially when I see a guy get hit now, I go back to it because I know, again, I just think about everyone else, including the player, but the family. If that guy has kids, his parents, I almost fought a guy in St. Louis when a guy got hit, a teammate of mine. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But immediately after, I mean, so what was crazy about it, and we were talking about it kind of last night, I wish the only regret I have in my career is not staying hurt or accepting that I'm hurt and getting healthy and then coming back to play. So it's like get hit, past concussion. They gave me a week off. I threw a bullpen and I told them, hey, I'm good to go. Had me see a specialist, talk to a psychiatrist, all this. And at first I was BSing. I was bullshitting the guy. No, I'm good. I'm not worried about it. I'm not scared. It's all good. First start back, 2 weeks in Philly. I've got a black eye under my right eye. And I'm like, dude, this is badass. I'm back on the mound and I'm terrified. I mean, I'll be honest, straight up. But the best thing that happened is I get into the second inning or third inning. I'd already given up 4 runs, and it started pissing rain, and we got rained out. So, game didn't count. I was like, oh, yes, thank God. Go to Miami or go somewhere, then go to Miami. Second start back, first batter of the game in Miami, D. Gordon hits a line drive off my ass cheek. And you want to talk about, already scared, get hit, second start back, I'm here. Mm-hmm. Before I let the ball go, I'm already thinking about how I can turn and rotate. And so I don't remember the exact number, but I gave up the 3 or 4 in Philly. I gave up 5 or 6 to the Marlins. I go to Atlanta, don't get out of the second inning, come back home, same thing, don't get out of the third inning. They're talking about sending me down. They're asking if I'm okay. And this is what I was talking about. I was terrified, couldn't admit it. I thought I was being a tough guy. My dad calls me, and my dad's my best friend, best role model, best guy there is. Like, son, you're young. I know this is all cool. You're first year in the big leagues. Well, I'm going to treat you like a man. Figure this out. Talk to someone, whatever you need to do, but either do that or come home. Because if you can't get over this, you're not going to be able to pitch. And, I love you, but real advice, I can't watch this. I can tell you're scared. Just if you're scared, it's okay. But, you need to figure this out because you need to figure it out, son. So whatever that is, figure it out. And people go down this road all the time about man, it was so great to talk and be honest. And I talked to the same doctor and I was like, dude, I'm terrified. He goes, yeah, of course. He's like, have you told anyone else? I was like, no. And kind of talking through it, he's like, hey, one thing, it's going to suck. You're going to feel, maybe a little less or scared, but I want you to go to a couple teammates today and tell them that you're scared of getting hit again. And I was like, fuck this guy. I'm not going to freaking tell my guys I'm scared of the baseball. What? Like that, you're scared of the ball, go home. You know what I mean? But this was different. So, a couple of the rookies, I wasn't going to vets and saying this. I knew who to start with. So I went to a couple of guys like, yo, man, I think I'm scared to get hit again. Like, yeah, dude, fuck, you got rocked. And it was like this, everyone talk oh, you understand. You don't think less of me. You don't think I'm not trying or you get why my last starts have been bad. Because also it's my rookie year. I'm trying to prove myself. I just got off to a great start. And, you're young, you're mature. I'm also like, man, poor me. Why did this happen to me? Now I'm throwing slow. I'm getting hit. All this stuff. But long story short, it was a very quick, in a weird way, injury. But figure this out because in sports and the world, I'm not saying people don't care, but they don't. The world goes on. They're going to find someone else. They're going to bring someone else up. But ultimately, like my dad said, being comfortable enough to be open and honest and share what I thought at the time was going to make me feel like less of a man or less of a player or I'm scared when, I was scared. And then, from there, I mean, again, I go back to that all the time about adversity and getting through stuff. And
you have something like that. There's no telling. You could go one way or the other. And hell, you still put 9 years in the bigs.
Oh, yeah. Again, a couple years later, I saw a teammate of mine get hit in the side of the skull. And 2 hours later, he's having life-saving brain surgery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that ball, why, I've gotten in a few fist fights, busted around with buddies, little things where I've busted a tooth, got a concussion. And I go back to 115 miles an hour. People don't understand. That's no reaction time. There's nothing I could have done. Literally, that should have killed me.
Did you talk to, it was Carlos, right?
Yeah.
Have you, did he reach out after?
Yeah. That was, no. Again, I'm 4 starts in. Everyone in the big leagues probably sent me a message. Carlos especially, numerous times throughout the year. Even when we played each other again, came up. So much so where it's like, hey, bro, we're good. I mean, because even me, sometimes like, hey, I need to try to get you out. If I know you feel sorry for me, and like, even he didn't care. I mean, I know he really didn't care. Like, fuck, dude, don't throw it there. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
time to move on.
I know he felt bad, but also it's like it wasn't intentional. Like both of us, let's move on. Let's play ball. I remember one thing. I can go back to 2017. It happened in 15. 2017, I think was the next time I faced Carlos Gonzalez again. I may have faced him 16, but I remember getting to a count where the guy called a curveball against him, and I didn't blink. I gripped it and I threw it, and he swung through it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I'm really back. I knew I was already back, but like facing him again in a similar situation, just boom, it's there, flashback. Everyone, boom.
You had like thoughts that maybe you were back, but that was like I'm back. It's kind of like talking to a Texas
and
fan.
It was
right?
early.
You talk to a Texas fan, we're back.
Why do we have to bring up Texas early? What time is it?
Yeah.
12:54, and Texas still sucks. In case anyone's wondering.
I'm excited for the baseball stories. I want to back up a little bit. Yep. Just growing up in Oklahoma, I mean, tell me how that was like.
I don't know any other way. Maybe biased, but Oklahoma, it's home. I've been everywhere and anywhere. I own a home in Scottsdale. I love it out there. We spend a lot of time, but sorry, Oklahomans, if I disappoint you with this answer because it's not going to wow you. But people always, why? Why you go back to Oklahoma? Why would you go there? It's cheap. Obviously, I grew up here, but I think great people that if you were to leave your kid or your parent or someone in the room, they would treat them the way you'd want to be treated. And even in not only politeness, but they see, someone not open a door for someone. Like, hey, open the door for that old lady. Like, you need to open the door for them. Kind of leaving the world, not as, people don't really practice as much. Here in Oklahoma, we do. You get a flat tire, someone stops and helps you. Kind of old school, small town, but I'm not tooting my own horn. I have many flaws. I'm not saying I'm a perfect man, but I look at the way I handle things, the way I view people, and that stems from my parents first, but then also my influence of everyone around me, my coaches, their parents, my friends' parents. I mean, in a way, people talk about it like, hey, you've got my kid acts up, smack him for me. You know what I mean? Maybe not smack him now, but
I'm glad you're saying that. We've talked about it. I mean, Parker McCollum came on the show, and he really started this trend. Yeah, the dude. We've talked about Park. So it's kind of the lifestyle of just how you were raised, how you grew up. When you get introduced to a woman, you take your hat off, open the door, shake a man, look him in your eye, like shake a man's hand, look him in your eyes. It's that lifestyle that you kind of have been brought up learning, and you pass that on. Yeah. And I mean, if you ever want to build relationships with people, just go sit in a damn duck blind. I mean, we've done that the last 2 days.
Or a golf cart.
Or a golf cart. Some stories we're going to talk about today, some we're probably not allowed. It might not monetize on YouTube. But, like, you just hit it right on the head of just, like, the values that you learn, not just from your parents, but your community. Yeah. You grew up in a town that you could leave the screen door unlocked and everything's going to be okay. Like, I
still don't lock my doors at night sometimes. Don't come try to test them because we have guns here. But, like I talk about all the time, I err on the side of trust. I'll get burned and, cry about it later. But, yeah, it's just people in Oklahoma, core values. I mean, again, when I say this, we're talking about this like a farmer. Like, dude, I've never worked a day in my life, and I understand that. But I haven't missed the concept of work or what hard work means, or watching my dad mow lawns every day and put Christmas lights up in the winter. And yeah, I didn't understand that in high school. I didn't think about it. I was embarrassed when my dad would pull up with his truck full of grass and branches, and I got to go get in the truck with him, the old dented, beat up truck. And I look at that now, and I'm like, wow, what a guy. I'm out playing baseball. This guy's not expecting a return of me to go to the big leagues, anything. Didn't come to any of my games really in like travel ball. And I didn't, why didn't Dad come? Well, Dad was working. Dad was paying these $1,000 hotel bills and these airline trips and driving me around the country, and my mom getting her doctorate, writing her dissertation, taking her son to Wichita and Orlando and Alabama to play a 14-year-old baseball game. Nah. Like, being older now, looking back at that, understanding that, like, I hope I can set that example for people and show that type of selflessness and respect and value for other people. And they got that from here. Again, my parents half the time sent me with, I talked about Adrian Hauser, like his parents, because they were my parents. I acted up. They said, no, you aren't going to act that way here. There's just a standard and a way you live. And I just feel like here in Oklahoma, it's a step above the rest.
That was a little biased statement right there, but that's okay. And you grew up, were you one of five?
Oh, yeah, one of five. I thought you were going to my hometown. Merle Haggard, Okie from, one of five.
One of five. So did you?
Wow, there's a bunch of turnaround real quick. Look at the ducks coming in.
That's when you know.
Well, let's see where they
Where it
land,
cracks
because if they hit
landing,
this
yeah.
pond, they're probably going down on the river. Sorry.
Yeah, we're taking a pause right now.
I mean, that's beautiful right now. Yeah, hitting the river.
Love that. So growing up, 1 of 5 baseball, obviously. Anything else that you were doing prior to? I mean, obviously you spent a lot of time outdoors, but like sports-wise, I mean, it wasn't just baseball.
No, it's probably the advice I give every parent when they say, "What would you tell my kid? What would you do with my kid?" And I say, "Play as many sports as possible." I do think there's a point in your kid's career or upbringing where you're, all right, he's showing more signs in baseball. He's 11. Let's get some specialized training. But sorry, all you parents out there with 8-year-olds getting swing lessons, like, awesome. But I think you're wasting your money. Like, man, I played basketball. I played baseball. I played soccer. I did gymnastics. I played tennis. I played golf. Obviously,
we need to stop right there real quick because it was my first episode ever. Josh Allen hops on, and he just said that exact thing. And gymnastics came on, and
I didn't do it for a long time, but I did it till probably about 8 years old, 9 years old, and then I was like, okay, I don't. But like, again, you look at what Josh Allen did. I wasn't an NFL quarterback. I was a pretty good quarterback though. Elite 11. What up? Shout out Nike, Brian Stump, those guys. But no, I mean, you look at what JA's doing, and some of these guys that talk about that. Oh, how can he hurdle a guy and land on one leg and spin and keep running? He learned that at gymnastics. You know what I mean? I mean, you look at those people that are gymnastics and how that carries over. And to my whole thing, I played soccer. All you do is run up and down. I played midfield, back and forth. Then sometimes I'd be a striker, and I played goalie. And then I played football, and I was a receiver. I played quarterback. And you talk about like skills and like, again, coaches pushing you, different environments, different settings. And yeah, they taught me not just athleticism, but then when it's time to move on to other stuff, I mean, again, what my parents, people, organization, responsibility. You want to play these 3 sports, Arch, you better keep your grades up and you better do this. You know what I mean? And it wasn't an option. If I didn't do it, I got consequences. And so the sports are, again, you get to high school. I really do think high school is a time you pick 1 or 2. Again, if you're at a smaller school, or if you're that good, play 3 of them, dude. How cool is that? It's not a regret, because I was in a little bit different class with how good I was in football and baseball. I miss and regret not playing high school basketball. And even then, like, my dad talks about my senior year. He's like, son, I would never do it, but if I could tell you not to do something, you would not play football this year. Like, you don't understand what you're risking this senior football season to play 1 more year of high school football.
And that's a great point. I mean, my thing is, like, at what point in your mind were you like, okay, well, if I'm going to take it to the next level in any type of professionalism in sports, like, at what point were you like, it's baseball and I need to lock in? I mean, was it truly like after high school, or?
I would say the first sign was, like, I don't know what it is now, but at the time, I think after your freshman year, you could receive offers or something like that.
Yeah, yep.
Well, baseball wise, like, the day it opened, you name the school, full ride. Like, no doubt about it. Florida, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Texas, 100%. Baseball, you only get so many scholarships. They break that down into 25. Full ride, Archie Bradley, wherever you want. I was like, oh, wow. Like, this is – and then, some other things. You go to some camps and showcases, and at my junior year, I go to a place, and I hit 98. And it was like, like, I remember my –
dude's throwing heat.
Yeah, like, my coach at the time walking me out to keep all these scouts from coming in, and, like – then my parents started getting calls from agents. But again, that's right. I was so naive. Again, Oklahoma, dude, going to play football at Oklahoma, committed to play for Bob Stoops and the Sooners, Josh Heupel, Brent Venables. Like, playing pro ball, that's a pipe dream. Playing at Oklahoma, you're king. Barry Switzer, Bradford. I mean, I could go on and on, Boomer Sooner. But I was naive, young. Like, I wanted to play ball. I wanted to play for OU, lead the boys down the stadium in Norman, go win a Heisman. I mean, even so much so, I remember getting drafted. And again, I remember the money, and like, wow, $3.2 million was my draft slot. I got drafted 7th. And
you got drafted 7th overall?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Did we miss that one? I thought we covered that one. Yeah, 7th overall. So yeah, like you talk about, sorry. So, but yeah, I would say about my junior year, like when I threw a ball 98 and then hit 99 that summer, like I'm throwing 100 miles an hour as a junior. Like, that's elite. And, like, yeah, at that point, I mean, from everything, I'd say even my parents even stepped up their game on monitoring my diet, the weight room. I flipped that switch with football, but I was still, like I said, a kid. I would drink sodas, eat crappy food. That junior year, there was a big switch about hey, there's something here. Let's really take this above what a normal high school athlete's doing and see what can happen.
So before we get it to draft night, the actual night it happened, was there any point of I'm going to go to college, and play, whether it's baseball or football? At what point in your mind was, okay, I'm just going to go and turn pro? And it could just be as simple as, dude, they fucking gave me $3.2 million. And it could be as simple as that, but I'm just curious.
It pretty much was. Again, I respect my parents so much for always letting me choose this option and this path. I'll tell a funny story, but kind of basically when I got drafted and it was $3.2 million, that's the slot and you can negotiate. And my agent was like, hey, you've got leverage. You're going to go play football. We're going to use this and get more. And I was like, holy crap. Again, every little kid, I want to play in the big leagues. Right. But
yeah. I was even saying that.
Boom. You're big. Outside of getting there, you're drafted. Not only are you drafted, you're a first rounder. $1 million? No, 3.5, 5, 4. Who knows? Yeah, I'm probably going to sign. Because then again, this is where I'm honest. Dude, you start damn, I can get a Benz, I can get a Benz. I got an F-150 right now. I'm going to get 3 of them. You know what I mean? And then we're negotiating. We turned down $3.94 million. It sounds still to this day, sounds crazy. But we turned it down. We had a couple months to negotiate. And they called back, offer an out. My agent was like, fuck you, we want this, hangs up. And my dad was like, oh, okay, I'm out. This isn't Jerry Maguire. That was a cool little act, Jay, but my son better not get $1 less than what you just turned down. If I'm dead serious, he's not going to school. I could mow 1 million lawns and hang 1 million lights and never make a penny close to what you just turned down for my son. That's cool and all, but you better make sure we get this number that we're trying to get. And I'll be damned, 2 hours later, called back, $5 million, Archie Bradley, Arizona Diamondbacks. Kind of skipped ahead of draft night, but it was part of the,
That's big time. Hey, y'all, it's Pat with Like a Farmer. Are you looking to add some local flavors to your recipes? Well, visit freshfromflorida.com today, where you can browse hundreds of delicious recipes that bring Florida freshness to your table all year round. Become a Fresh from Florida member for free and create your own menus. Save and send your favorite dishes and get exclusive access to monthly newsletters packed with fresh local recipes. I can promise you, you will be a favorite in your neighborhood. From the Florida fields to your fork, year-round freshness and flavor are just a logo away. Fresh from Florida, there's a sunshine in every bite. Hey, y'all, today's episode is brought to you by Ag America, your go-to financial partner for all things agriculture. As the largest independent financial firm dedicated to rural America, Ag America is changing the game when it comes to ag lending and leveling up finance options for farmers, ranchers, and landowners across the nation. And I'll let you know a little secret. The thing that sets this company apart from the rest is the people. They understand firsthand the unique needs of American farmers and ranchers because many of them grew up on farms themselves. They take a farmer-focused approach to finance, prioritizing relationships over transactions to help you build a stronger financial foundation for you and your family. So whether you're looking to buy land or secure working capital, Ag America has your back. Visit agamerica.com today to learn more and see how they can help you achieve long-term financial success. Because when farmers thrive, we all do. What was the first thing that you bought when you signed the deal?
So I still don't understand taxes and all this crap. Yeah. I do, but you know what I mean? Especially then. So
should have went to college.
Fortunately, my parents knew better, and immediately I hired a financial team. Before the draft, I was kind of like, hey, you're going to be a first rounder. We don't know where or how much money, but it was going to be north of $1 million. So it was like, my parents, myself, we need help managing that money. We've never had that type of money. Respectfully, my parents were blue class. My mom was my principal most of my life. We could go down a million stories.
And we are going to, yeah.
My dad mowed lawns. We were middle class, maybe below. That doesn't matter. But we'd never had money like this. So we interviewed a few people, found a financial team. I get my $5 million. I got $3 million up front. That was my bonus. I remember sitting there with my dad, and I got the check. Obviously, I couldn't cash it. It was already deposited. But I think out of the $3 million, I cleared 172 something. They took like basically $1.3 million in taxes. And I was like, Dad, why is there so? He's like, son, welcome to the real world.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? It's like half of this. Like, what the hell? Like, I had $3 million. I only got 1.7. Not only, but so I go to Arizona. My high school catcher is at Arizona State. And so I get my credit card for the first time where I'm like, I'm $1 million. I'm a millionaire. Call my buddy. I had just bought my fresh 2011 Range Rover Sport Supercharged with white 24 Italian-inch rims on it, custom made, custom painted, of course. Bougie Oklahoma kid. Go pick up my buddy. I'm like, hey, we're going to Fashion Square. I got my check. Like, let's go. I'm gonna take care of you. I remember going in the Buckle, Rock Revival jeans, Ed Hardy shirts, like that. I mean, it's coming back now. I wish I'd have kept them, but yeah, probably spend I don't know, $1,500. Go to Oakley. They have these Oakley watches, and I'm like, oh, I'm buying my boy a watch. Guy's like $2,200. I'm like, oh my god, I've never spent $2,000 in my life. I'm about to spend $2,000, but no, I'm a millionaire, bro. Boom, bop. Like, I mean, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm like, hey, we're putting the watches on. Declined, and not in a cocky, pretentious. I was like, that's impossible. I didn't say this, but I'm like, there's $1 million on that. There's no way this got declined. I'm like, bro, there's one more time. Declined. I'm gonna have to take the watches back. How embarrassing. Like, give them back. We leave. My financial guy calls me, hey, did you just try to spend $2,000 at an Oakley in Arizona? I go, yeah. And he goes, in the $1,800 at Buckle and this. And I was like, yeah. It's like, you've already reached your daily spending limit. It's like, my financial guy was like, yeah, we're gonna talk later, but this was great to see day one. So day one of having my bonus and card declined for spending limit day one.
That is a great story. I love that.
You should play that to all the rookies and little kids. Like, that's what not to do. But actually do it, because then you learn.
I mean, look, it goes back, and we're going to continue to hit on this, and this is some of the reasons why we even start a show like this, to kind of highlight not only living in rural America and shedding light on the people that are from there, but it's the values that you learn. I mean, shout out your parents, number one.
Oh, man.
Because they set you up, and I'm excited to talk about, like, life after baseball.
They still are. I mean, I think I've said a few curse words. My mom is going to talk to me about that.
Yeah, it's like
100%.
And let's hit on, that's who I want. I mean, principal. Was she your principal?
Oh, yeah.
Was that like an automatically get out of jail free card, or was it more kind of the opposite?
Yeah,
like,
complete opposite.
you're late to class.
I am getting an example made of, so there will never be a doubt that I am getting preferential treatment, which I thank my mom for, because I did get a lot of that crap moving up. But I mean, back in the day, Tony Getz Elementary, they have a jersey of mine hanging up in Tony Getz, by the way. Shout out to my elementary school. But Tony Getz Elementary, Miss Bradley, principal, hated it. We had to get up at 6 and go into work with mom. And this was the time they were doing budget cuts. Dude, I was cleaning toilets at the school, sweeping hallways, cleaning classrooms. We had half-day janitors. I mean, we were working at the school. Like, it was child labor, Mom. You should get in trouble for that. Like, but you get sent to the principal. 4th grade, Archie acted up, go to the principal. Well, Mom was a principal. You could swat kids, spank kids back then. I know that may sound crazy to everyone, but yeah, my mom could spank other kids and spank me at the time if the parents gave approval. So the secretary would come in the office, and there was a school-designed paddle that my mom would paddle me with. Secretary would be there. She'd give me a swat, give me another one, little baby ones. And then she'd be like, okay, thanks, Janice. I need to talk to my son alone. Here comes Excalibur. Into the desk drawer, pulls out a homemade paddle that my dad would make, give me 2 good swats. And I want to tread this very carefully. This was not abuse. This is Some people hear that and would freak out. Like, this is good. I needed this. I needed this punishment. People may not agree with it, whatever, but I don't care. My mom knows. She's grabbed my arm and usher me back to class, tears still coming out of my eyes in 4th grade. Can you imagine the embarrassment after you put up like 1,200 yards at recess, running 13 kicks back and like averaging 22 on the basketball court, and then you get ushered back in crying? You've lost all credibility on the yard there. Like,
100%.
But just continuing, I could name numerous examples: fights, late to class, Saturday school detention, after school detention, You name it.
Mama Bradley wasn't taking it easy on herself.
No, I mean, so much so I told teachers, hey, I do something wrong. Let's have a conversation about it. 'Cause you don't understand what's about to happen. And they're like, what are you talking about? You don't understand my mom. And so, I can't remember exactly what I did, but a teacher was like, hey, you go emailing your mom, go down to the office. I was like, no, please. I'll bring you breakfast, like for the whole week. I'll bring you breakfast. Like, what do you? She's like, no, go to them. Well, my mom gave me 2 days of out of school suspension where I had to go to school at another school. We had that. Like, you got out of school suspension, but you had to go to another school.
Dang.
Yeah. Like, that's when.
Y'all did it hardcore here in Oklahoma.
You had to be at your school, like, say, the bell rang at 8 or whatever.
Yep.
You had to be at school at 7 to make the bus that took you to the other school. And then you felt like, I mean, literally like the outlaw, because you would walk into the other school and be like, oh, there's the kids that got suspended. Like, those are bad kids. But yeah, and then so my teacher was like, where were you 2 days? I was like, my mom suspended me. She's like, no way. I was like, I told you. I think it's Miss Potts, my English teacher. I was like, I told you, Miss Potts. Like, she's an evil lady. You know what I mean? Like, trust me. And she's like, all right, I'll keep that in mind. And then I forgot. I think I got caught cheating on an English paper or something like that.
Come on, man.
I know. Oh, that stinks because, like, I'm good at writing and I can write. I'm just lazy sometimes. But you're all right. Bacon, egg, and cheese from Subway, 6-inch the whole rest of the week. And I was like, for real? She's like, yeah, I won't tell your mom. I was like, oh, yes. So yeah, brought her breakfast. Had to make deals.
Dude, I used to do it all the time. When I showed up late, we had to be at school at 8 o'clock or something. I can't remember her name, and I apologize. But I would always bring her, bacon, egg, and cheese from Mickey D's. And I showed up at like 9 a.m., and she'd let me slide right back in.
We had closed campus lunch. You had to go through security, unless you're leaving for like college, which that wasn't leaving for college. But same thing, the security guard guy, like, hey, dog, if I slick you up with lunch here and there, will you let me slide and not report my vehicle? He's like, yeah, he'll let you go. And even that, I could go down. You want to learn how to get away with some stuff at high school? They did have his perks. I talk about his perks. Like, sorry, Mom. Like, I would steal hall passes and stuff off her desk, and like, oh no, I got the hall pass. Like, certain notes to get out of class and stuff. Like, oh, my mom needs to see me. She said I had to come around lunch. I'd go eat in her office sometimes. She had a mini fridge. I'd grab Cokes out of the fridge. Like, it had its perks, but
wasn't. I do want to say I appreciate you pointing out, like, you might not have worked a day in your life. Even you've had a great career in baseball. We're going to talk what you're doing post-baseball. But you appreciate kind of this blue-collar work ethic and where you were raised and learning the value of a dollar. That's very important. And that's kind of what's built this show, is celebrating people like that. It's like, man, I understand whether it's myself or my parents or my community. Like, it's those blue-collar workers, whether they're farmers, whether they're policemen and women, firefighters.
The guy that changed our tire this morning.
The guy who changed our tire this morning, leaving the blind. Thank you, a flat tire. He'd let us know 45 minutes after, but we're not going to get into that. But I do appreciate that. Before we dig into, like, more baseball, I play a game on this show.
Yeah.
This game's called Give 'em the Boot, presented by Tecovas. So what's going to happen is we do not have any Tecovas boots today. But after
that
this
was weather related. We would have had them, but the weather.
Tecovas, we have Archie's comp code, and we're going to pick out a great pair of boots after this episode. 4 questions.
Oh.
Okay? And it's in this crash landing beanie. And you're allowed to give one of them the boot.
All right.
So if you see a question you don't like and it's the first one you give the boot, that means you have to answer the other 3.
All right.
So you don't have to give any of them the boot either.
Okay.
All right. Go for it.
And do I read the question aloud and then I think I took 2. All right. This makes me nervous because you wrote these. Ooh, dream hunt that I would go on. I'm going to be cheesy. I've already done it.
Let's hear about it.
I was with my dad. I've sat with my dad for 2 of his first deer. Usually it's the opposite. Your dad sits with you for your first deer. Again, I talked about my dad. He really isn't that into hunting, but he's into us spending time together. He knows I love hunting. And again, you'll get to know my dad. You just have to see him. Old man. Yeah, Dad, you're old. Gray hair, ponytail down to his back. Has trouble getting, he's got a messed up shoulder, knees from working. Like, you should see him try to get dressed. It's sad, but it's funny. Like, his shoulder's so messed up. There's times like, son, can you come help me? And he can't see, squint. So the fact that we even have killed a deer more or less one with the crossbow too. That's the dream. Was the rifle was the first, and then we killed one with the crossbow. And again, I just look at that experience, and I've got really into filming my hunts. I've got both the kills on film. I've got the GoPro. And like, again, you want to talk about like, when did you get it? You're talking about baseball and like hunting and what this is about. Like, I shot the biggest deer of my life the next day after killing that deer with my dad, and I couldn't stop talking and thinking about that hunt with my dad over this 188 I just killed.
I think it's very underrated, and I talk about this a lot. And we can.
Is that an answer?
Yeah, that is.
Good?
That's
Okay.
great. You can probably argue about it on a golf course as well, but there's nothing like building relationships in a tree stand, in a duck blind, on a boat, fishing. Like, that is the place to build relationships, and I think you can speak about it with your dad, your beautiful, your way better half wife, Reagan, because she probably outshoots you. But, like, you've had great experiences being outdoors, and that's what I love about it. It's like, I can sit here and I can talk about this lifestyle that me and you do every day, but it's the people that have never done it.
Yep.
I think COVID helped a lot, too,
100%.
bringing people outdoors, but it's like, guys and girls, like, get outside. I don't care if you're even bringing a gun, but the relationships that you build in a deer stand, in a duck blind, on a boat is just like second.
Well, they're
to
everlasting. People ask me all the time, "Did you hunt your whole life? Did you hunt growing up?" No. I think one of my dad's buddies took me on a hunt when I was 8 or 9. I didn't hunt again till I was 16 or 17. I always think about that hunt when I was 8. We had a duck blind set up, and we had a field behind us, and we had geese set up in the field in our blind. And when we'd hear geese, we'd run and jump behind the silhouettes. And like, I shot a 16 gauge. I didn't even care. I didn't even know, had no choke. Again, I still remember those details. I still remember all that. And like, even still today, like, I mean, you heard me today in the blind, like, I get giddy, like the gun smoke, the powder, the cold air. And again, you want to talk about, again, jokingly but seriously, understanding the grind a little bit about what people do. I mean, we run a great operation. It's fancy, all that, but dude, I grind with our guys. I'm out there breaking ice, setting up decoys, pulling. I mean, call it work. It's work. I'm working with the guys. And again, even more so, that's why I say it that way. I'm very hesitant when I give people advice or talk about money or work, because I know they can immediately point like, dude, you played baseball. Shut up. You're right. Doesn't mean I don't understand it. Doesn't mean I haven't worked or I don't understand the value and the purpose and what I believe, you know, like you said, just good core people who know that they're not going to make much, but they get up and go do it because it's how they provide and it's how they live. And to finish it up, there's lessons in the outdoors that you just cannot teach or find another way to help a kid or young person understand how this is going to help them in life. It's a hunt and it's a little thing, but it's why you don't shoot early. Well, that's the law. Why? And it's a safety, you know, a small thing, but it builds, and you're talking about, you know, helping people, giving back. There's just opportunities and experiences that happen in the outdoors that don't happen with a video game or a TV on in your house.
There's a safety element. There's a farming element. There's a conservation element. You can go on and on. I totally agree. That's great, man. I love that first one. Question number 2.
Number 2. Toughest batter you faced, Freddie Freeman. I could talk about a lot. I faced Trout. I faced Shohei, Mookie Betts. Mookie's up there. Nolan Arenado.
But you knew Freddie right off the rip. I mean,
I think I've struck Freddie out. I don't know. I'm sure there's guys that have better numbers, but when I look at a guy that realistically, even in my prime, I've got nothing for, outside of like maybe sneaking a high fastball by him if I'm throwing 98, 99 and I sneak one, get lucky. But he's at least for me, left-handed. This owns me. Best
not
hitter,
just for you. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, I think now he's 2-time World Series.
Yeah, 2-time World Series. MVP. He's got MVP. I don't know how many All-Stars. I mean, he's been the model. Not above consistency. I mean, his career average, his homers, he talks about, like, if you watch him take BP too, like people say like, oh, this guy doesn't try to hit homers. He doesn't. It's the most boring round of batting practice. He hits line drives over shortstop and like little ground balls and stuff. And then he hits homers, and I think he's just one of the best contact like ball hitters in the big leagues ever.
When the moment is there, the brightest lights, he shows up.
I mean, that grand slam in game 1.
You kidding me?
I think it was game 1, whatever the game.
Yeah.
It was electric. Couldn't have been. What's your best locker room story? Man, there are so many. Okay, I'll tell one that is safe to tell. Yeah. One of the best things that happens in the locker room, celebrate game stuff, is what's called the beer shower. You familiar?
Yep.
So beer showers are special celebrations for usually a rookie or a career milestone, i.e. your first win in the big leagues, your first career homer. Not your first hit, your first strikeouts. Those are more, but the bigger first. It's terrifying. You walk in, like my rookie, my first game in the big leagues. You go in, shake hands, do media. Bradley, get in the car. Get in the fucking car. No, get in there. Just your underwear, rookie. So I hop in this big laundry car, and I'm like, what's about to happen? And guys are lined up like a celebration wedding tunnel. Like all of them have beers, and this is where it gets all mayonnaise, ranch, ketchup, coffee creamer, baby powder, mustard, hot sauce. You go on and on. They wheel you in the showers, and all the guys surround you. And basically, there's always like a leader or a guy who says a little like, Archie, your first win. Not only that, you got a hit off Clayton Kershaw, and you beat Clayton Kershaw. Welcome to the fucking big leagues. And just everyone starts opening beers and just starts beer showering you, along with mustard, ketchup, all this stuff. But it is just you lose your breath. It's so cold. And then the powder, and you're shit in your mouth, and it's just but it's you want to talk about what I hope everyone gets to play one day in the big leagues. That gets there. But I hope everyone gets to experience a big league beer shower in the clubhouse from your guys you've looked up to, guys you've worn their jerseys in high school, watched them play, win World Series, baseball cards. They're now showering you with beer for an accomplishment you had in the big leagues. And then getting to be a part of one, again, even cooler. Getting to welcome a rookie to the big leagues, especially a couple of years later in my career. Rookie, I'm the rookie, get in the car, beer shower. Boys, grab the Coors, let's go. And guys, again, now guys are getting milk jugs and making mixtures of stuff. It's gross, but it's the ultimate, welcome to the show, kid. You're here.
That's awesome, man. I love that.
I'm not going to boot any of these, just so you know, Tacova.
Yeah.
It's
we took it easy on you a little bit.
Best teammate you've ever had, man. That's so tough. That really is.
You've had a bunch.
I've had a bunch.
Good ones.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of good ones. Gosh. You'll have to look them up. There's a kid, and purely not when I say this, TJ, I love you. Not that you're not a great guy, but not the best player, not even one of the greater guys or a guy that I'm gonna be best friends with. TJ's a great friend of mine, but a kid named TJ McFarland. Again, people are never heard of him. Exactly. Guy's probably got close to 10 years in the big leagues. He's a lefty. He's the ultimate guy who up and down, replaced, and then kind of found his niche and groove. And I've watched him essentially accept that and again, I say this comfortably because TJ has had some great years in the big leagues, and he's pitched really well. And even the last few years had some really good years. But the start of his career, he was kind of up there because he wasn't good enough. He was cheap, and teams could move him around and stuff. Mm-hmm. People talk about understanding how blessed, and TJ never complained. Took the ball. I mean, I go back to our 2017 season. He was second on the team in ERA, but he was the long guy. He pitched when we were up big or down big. He never pitched in winning games, never pitched when it was close. But just again, ultimate team guy. I mean, funny, played cards, drank with the boys, practical jokes, funny outfits. But
he's a guy you want in the locker room.
Yeah, he's a guy, again, not to discredit when I said he's not my best friend ever, but you know what I mean? I have some guys I play with that are my best friends, and they weren't my greatest teammate. You know what I mean? When I value teammate, that is an honor or a word that I value more than anything. People say this, but I truly mean this. If people talk about my career, that's awesome, but I hope people talk about the teammate I was, because I value winning and team atmosphere, because being a great teammate ultimately is, people talk about win, putting the team in front of yourself, putting millions of dollars behind you to win a game, in front of your family, in front of your aspirations, your goals. I'm going to do something that I know isn't going to make me money or bring me gain or any notoriety, and I'm going to do it to win this game. As a grown man, I find that one of the most impressive, selfless things, which some people are that's crazy. It's not. I can't tell you. I bet if you were to poll the big leagues, 60, 70, 65% of guys aren't true winner teammates. They would pick dollars and personal thing over winning a game or winning a series or winning.
That a lot right now.
Yeah, I mean maybe higher than that, but TJ was a teammate. He was a guy, and he's again why I say no one's heard of him, and I wanted to point out he may have already gotten 10 years. Like, just incredible. A guy like that to grind, never been talked about, never been interviewed, but doesn't again like. As a reliever, especially to be a funny guy or a guy that talks in the clubhouse, like you got to have some stones because you're a reliever. You get 3 outs. Like, shut up, dude. Like, so you got to be a guy that's about winning, about being a team guy. That's TJ McFarland.
It's a great
answer.
answer.
TJ, love you, dog.
Give him the boot presented by Tecovas. I love that game.
Yeah.
Really get to know somebody. All right, back to baseball. Let's just go ahead and put it out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you did 9 years in the bigs. Everybody's wondering, I mean, do you have a couple more years left? Do you not? You feel good enough? You've got all this other extracurricular stuff going on, which I'm excited to talk about. Like, what's going on there?
Well, I mean, yeah, quite frankly, I mean, no denying it. I mean, when I broke my arm in Anaheim, you can look it up, John Boy, all the shit, fell over the dugout rail. I mean, breaking my arm sucked. I mean, I've accepted it, and it's funny.
We don't want to look it up, but I mean, what happened there? Long
story short, night before they throw at Trout. Game ends, and basically it's like, hey, we're not going to have that. You're not going to throw at Trout. And so there was a group discussion.
This was in Anaheim at the time, so it wasn't.
Yeah. You can look it up. We're down by 1, mound visit, next 2 pitches go behind Trout's head. And again, sorry, Mom, fuck you. You're going to throw at Trout? Fuck you. Screw. Like, no one throws at Trout. He's the best player in the big leagues. You know what you're doing. Like, he owns the Mariners. Look him up. He owns the Mariners. Literally, when Mike Trout gets done playing, he should buy the Mariners. He owns the Mariners. I'm talking, look it up. Like, if you can pull up his stats on this podcast, throw his stats up against the Mariners. It's stupid. So they try to hit him in the head. And again, like, old school. You want to hit someone, you hit him here. You hit him in the ribs, you hit him in the butt. You go after someone's head, that really is personal. That's a no-no. That's, again, whether you don't like it or not, there's going to be retaliation. Like, you don't do that. So, yeah, we came up with a plan. Like, we're going to throw back at them, and we're not only going to throw back at them, we're going to fight them. So we are jacked up. Day game in Anaheim, watching Fight Club, shadow boxing. I mean, we're about to get after it. We miss Julio, we strike him out, and then boom, we hit Winker. Winker's complaining, which I would be too. He gets drilled with like 98 in the back. And Anthony Rendon hates Jesse Winker. Rendon comes sprinting out of the dugout, cast on, not even playing, and starts swinging his club hand at Winker. And it, boom, hell breaks loose. Let's go. Over the rails. Well, I just talked about all the sports I played in gymnastics. This great athlete I was. I fall. I eat shit jumping over the rail. Put my arms out. Arms break my fall. Get up, get in the fight. If you watch it, you can tell me. Long story short, I break my elbow in the fight. When I fell over the rail, I broke my radial head in my right elbow.
So technically, you sacrificed your last final years in baseball because you were helping Trout out.
Yeah.
We can basically say that.
Yeah, I mean, essentially. I've determined a lot about that. I'm now a lover, not a fighter, and I will always take the stairs. I will not jump over anything. But, yeah, I mean, getting back to it, broke my arm, and, like, you got to find the comedic relief in it. If not, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. It was funny, and anyone who doesn't know me, and I know everyone's like, well, it sucks. It does suck, but it's also funny. You know, it was. It's a guy falling over the rail to get in a fight, breaks his arm. What a jackass. Like, but in all seriousness, it sucked. I mean, I had already been in a little downswing of like injuries. I had played healthy for so long and been so consistent. I was top 5 in appearances for like 4 or 5 years. I mean, kind of the model of consistency. And then boom, in baseball, kind of the most important years of my career, I started getting hurt. And then boom, going into another 1-year free agent deal. And at the peak of like, ooh, I'm going into year 8. Like, not that I'm going to cruise to 10 years and even past, but like I've established myself. If I can just pitch average, I'm going to knock out another 5 or 6 years of this career, make a couple more $1 million. And then, yeah, boom, snap my arm. Didn't make it back that year. To be quite honest, I knew I wasn't throwing that hard, but it affected everything. I mean, I threw for teams that winter, and never, ever would I rest on my name or like what I've done, but I figured it would help a little bit with teams being interested. None. Spring started, I had no offers. I just played 8 straight years in the big leagues. I can name all the accolades, but yeah, like literally one breaking my arm, missing the last 3 months. I'm on the couch when spring starts. Ended up signing with the Marlins. up and down through AAA, which we could tell a million stories about that. I love AAA. Taught me a lot about myself as a man and a player. You want to challenge yourself and if you still got it and you want to work hard, go to AAA. We'll see if you still do the same things you did. It'll test you. But
because it's that much of a difference between the gigs. I mean, it's
everything. I could go on. But, yeah, man, I was throwing my whole career. I've been 94, 99. I didn't throw a pitch over 95 last year. And, again, I'm trying. Like we talked, I'm still slinging it. But realistically, like, I want to pitch in the big leagues. I don't want to pitch in AAA. Not that I'm against it. If I feel like I can throw and that's what it takes, I'll go back through the grind. But we'll see. The door's open. I'm playing catch. I'm not closing it. But there is a lot of other off-the-field things that I've been fortunate enough to take advantage of, not only start but be a part of. And that, again, I think down the road are going to have a bigger value than baseball did in terms of, not that it's about money, but in making money. Or people thought, oh, the window's so short for baseball. It is, but some of the stuff I'm doing right now, the window is also very short.
Dude, and you're 32, you got a whole life. Hey, overcoming adversity is some of the toughest things to do. You find good things and bad things like what you have gone through, and it's like, hey, it might be time to move on. But you don't know yet is what you're saying.
No, I think, too, like,
it sucks now because this is a time you talk about the money getting thrown out in Major League Baseball. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
It's great. I mean, again,
is it just going to keep
it's going to keep climbing as it should because, again, it's a business, and I'm a union.
It's Soto that just got the $750 million. Like, Is it just going to continue to climb, or is at some point somebody's going to say, guys, we can't be paying?
It won't be. I mean, I say it won't. I hope not, because our union's the best union in the workforce. You know, I've learned a lot about, again, business, work, fighting for your rights. That's where I understand some of this stuff more and understand when these companies go on strike in small town America and stuff. Like, yeah, good for you guys. Stand up for what you're worth. Go get yours, because corporate America, business, Major League Baseball, they don't give a fuck. Excuse me, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your $2 that you're fighting for. It's nothing to them. Just like big league teams, they don't care about the $200,000. I know it's a different term. I hate to talk money because I know, but like, getting back to our union, we've negotiated and bargained ourselves to put ourselves in a position where we won't let that up. We won't allow there to be a cap. There kind of is with the luxury tax, but teams are showing they don't care. But our union that has fought, our players before us that have gone on strike and fought for these rights and fought for these salaries, fought for these things to go up. I hope it doesn't. And it won't, because, again, it's a business. Baseball is booming. TV ratings, again, the game of baseball is a little different, but you have as good of players playing baseball than there's ever been right now.
Who's the best player in baseball right now?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of other really close, but being teammates with him, even if he's not pitching, he just stole 50 bases and hit 50 homers, which has never been done. I mean, I mean this very respectfully to Babe Ruth. It's disrespectful to compare Shohei to Babe Ruth. That's how strongly I feel about that.
Wow. That's a bold take there, Arch. Let's talk about all the other things going on, because, I mean, you had a great career in baseball. You're going to make that decision when the time's right. Hey, I'm going all in or I'm not. But let's start with Crash Landing. I mean, what you have going on out here is unbelievable. I mean, I've had the best time the last couple of days. I mean, how did this even come about? I mean, where does the passion even come from to start something like this?
Again, could make this really long-winded. I'm going to do my best to summarize. Again, you talk about the love for hunting, where it started, the importance of getting kids in the outdoors and outside early. I talk about that first duck hunt. Moved to high school with Mac Moncton, who is my best friend, business partner in Crash. And even then, Mac was hunting like crazy. I would go with him here and there, but it wasn't – I'm going to play big league ball. You know what I mean? Hunting is kind of a distraction, and I don't have time for that, but I loved it. Then all of a sudden I get drafted. I've got the money. I'm get on a couple leases. Matt comes to me with this idea. I had just bought a piece of property, kind of, to be honest, to be cool. I was tired of leasing, and I was like, man, I want to own property. But I never had this vision of being a rancher or a farmer or owning a business to hunt or any of that. I was just like, I don't know. I want to buy property. It seems cool. I'm tired of paying this yearly lease. So I bought it, and Mac and me was like, hey, you want to partner up and start this business. I named Crash Landing after my dog Crash. We'll get into, again, my first pup, named it after him. And then Mac was like, I want to keep the name. I want to call it Crash Landing. But I want to be outdoors. I don't want to be an outfitter. I want to be outdoors because I want us to, we hunt deer, we hunt ducks. We do it. Like, I don't want to be, again, nothing against anyone out there with the name outfitter after I'm not an outfitter. You can argue that. I'll listen to it, but I didn't want this to be an outfit. It doesn't, even coming off my tongue, I don't like it. So starts this, and dude, everyone's like, oh, baseball money. Dude, yes, I put my baseball money in this to start, but it's still my hard-earned money that I worked for. That's the one thing that pisses me off the most. Like, oh, Archie's money. Yeah, it is. But you know what else I could have put money into that's going to give me a better return than duck hunting? There's a lot of stocks and things I could have bought, right? But Mac and I started it, and Mac is the hamster in the wheel. If I'll say anything about Crash, I'm cool, the face, the host. Mac is the reason Crash Landing is here. He is the hamster in the wheel, the grinder. He finds the birds, he finds the landowners, he finds the guys. He's as crazy about ducks I've ever met, and as trustworthy. People talk about getting in business with friends and family, and it's very dicey and it's sketchy and it ruins relationships. Mac has shown me a level of respect and trustworthiness through actions that you talk about testing people and seeing who they are. I know Mac has been tested and done things that you can turn things down, turn money down, turn offers down because of what we have. And you talk about trusting someone and believing in something, it's because of Mac. So there's that little quick story. But yeah, we start Crash, and yeah, man, Mac is a duck hunter. We're taking people on amazing hunts. We are shooting mallards, we're shooting everything. We're running people out of hotels. We find a place to lease, a lodge. Year 2, year 3, we bring in a guy named Nick, who is now our chef. He was our first farmer. One of our first big lease owners. He now becomes our chef, which again, we'll talk about that later, but providing another income for these guys in non-farming seasons. That's a big time for these guys. 100%. His wife helps clean our places. We provide, again, not to want to pat on the back for that. I'm just saying outside of all this, we're doing something more here than just hunting. We're providing for people. But
people need to know too, as a farmer, you have to be diversified.
Yes.
Whether it's within your operation or whether it's in your workforce, you have to do other things to make a living.
Correct. So we had a very fortunate situation. We were about to build this place ourselves. We ran into a client that essentially wanted to book out our whole season. It was a really great deal. We had a really fun time doing it. Ultimately, Mac and I felt like our vision with Crash and what we want to do was to go back public again. Provide what was my original plan, and even when we did this, I skipped a part, was doing this, we always had the vision of one group, taking out one group at a time. In the early days, we booked a lot of random people just to get started and random numbers, and early on, we made a decision from, again, I'll be straight up, from a monetary decision. You can either run mass numbers to make money, or you can run a premium, top-notch, exclusive type operation. And yes, it's really expensive to come hunt here. Let's just put it out there. You look it up, you want to know, it's expensive, but it's expensive for a reason. Again, when I say this is not to act like I'm the greatest duck hunter or reinventing the wheel or I'm doing something that's never been done, but I just have a different vision, like you talked about, with running this place than running massive groups and numbers. And when I say I struggle with it, we've talked about this lodge now. Should we run another group on the other side? We're missing out on money, on return on investment. We have beds open, but it's not about that. It's about truly the experience. And again, this year, not playing these core values, these things I've learned. It's not about money. I've kind of said this to you, Si, but you ask anyone in the duck hunting business outside some of these majors, old clubs, if you're in duck hunting to make money, sell the place. Let's consider it a real estate investment, and let's sell the lodge and the land and make what we make off of it. And it was a cool deal. We'll move on to the next piece of land and do that. But this place and this year has taught me a ton about relationships and value and on and on and on. And ultimately, with you guys here and being able to do this, and again, I don't want to act like I'm just doing something, but dude, we're doing something different here. We are providing an experience. And it's not complete yet. We aren't there. We don't have some of the amenities or things that I think help complete this, but you see the vision here. You see the difference. And again, I mean that humbly and respectfully to other places that you've been to and hunted at. For whatever reason, I don't know how to vocalize it or the vocabulary. Not to be old school, because I'm not old school. I'm not the wax coat, over, under, put tobacco in your pipe, only shoot it green heads. Like, dude, I'll shoot a hen. I told you today. Anyone shot the hen? I shot it. Oh my God, you shoot hens? Yeah, I don't care. It's a duck. Like, let's get over the crap. Like, I understand the importance if I try to let them go, relax. But like, I do believe in some old school stuff of like sharing a blind with your friends, like not 17 people, being able to look down the blind and like, hey, Pat, you shoot this single. Not like, oh, we have to worry about this Johnny from Tennessee and the other group in. Like,
came all this way.
When you specialize on one group, again, people, it's quality over quantity. The number of ducks we shoot does not matter. Yes, we are going to shoot ducks, and I want to shoot ducks. And I'm extremely upset when we have a bad hunt because I think about every dollar that customer is spending and how if you do the math, we shot $8, like 8 ducks. Like, oh my gosh, these guys spent, whatever it is per day. That duck's cost them $200 a duck. Like, holy crap, that sucks. But again, it's not the experience, the way guys are treated here, the setup, the freedom, the service, and again, just the care, like I take a lot of pride in the hospitality and hosting people here. And again, getting back to the guiding, just providing something different where when people come hunt here is an experience over a hunt. I mean, the hunt is awesome and we're going to do awesome stuff and we're going to hunt rivers and fields and marshes and timber and all this crap, but you're going to get to experience something here with your friends and your family that I don't know if you can do many other places in the country.
I totally agree. I mean, I've been here for a couple of days and it's unbelievable operation. It starts with the logistics, the hospitality. I mean, because to your point, there's nothing Archie Bradley can do when it comes to you killing ducks. Yeah. He can't tell the ducks to come here, and he damn sure can't tell you how to shoot. Like, if you miss, you miss. But what he can do, which you do a great job, is surround yourself with the people to make it an experience. And that's what you've done, whether it's the chefs, whether it's the people taking you hunting. I'm going to give Reagan another shout out. Yeah. Reagan is as hospitable as it comes, and she comes in here and she helps. It's a great team you have there. Like, so the experience is second to none, and at the end of the day, you can't help the other side.
Yeah, and even that, man, like hearing you say that you hear things and you realize stuff, and just even that, man, like I look at small town America, like, again, tooting my horn, oh, this big league ball player made millions, and like here I am, yes, this is a great, nice place, but here my wife and I are making drinks for people, grabbing luggage out of the truck, putting people in rooms, loading up trailers, like, but we were literally sitting here before y'all got in, we're like, this is awesome. And like even some of our guys, man, like, I mean this so humbly and respectfully, I keep saying that, I'm sorry, but like some of these guys don't need a lot of money to make the living that they want. And that's not a down, that's not a diss, that's just like Oklahoma's a cheap place to live. We're almost at a point of providing some of these guys a salary and an opportunity to make that reality happen of buying a piece of land, staking their place in the ground. And I own 10, 15 acres with a house on it, and I'm guiding and working and being in the outdoors, and we have a chance to create that and make that happen.
Totally agree. Outside of Crash Landing, what else do you have going on? What's coming up down the pipeline? I mean, what's...
Golf.
You're huge on that.
A lot of golf. The handicap's a 4-1 right now, if anyone wants to know. Oklahoma came in as number 3 handicap state. Like best handicaps, Oklahoma's number 3. So
who's 1 and 2?
Mississippi's number 1. I don't know. Yeah, I know.
Golf handicaps.
I feel like we got a lot of gimmies going on in the SIP. I'll shout out all my SIP boys, but a lot of forgiveness out there. I don't know who number 2 was.
Florida, maybe.
Again, you talk about core memories. I didn't play like golf in high school and stuff, but I played with my dad, hitting out in the front yard, taking me along, letting me hit balls when he played. When
I say you're saying golf is, I mean, there's no way you're going to just turn professional and be a pro golfer. I mean,
no.
What in the golf world?
I'm not going to say no.
Okay, well, there you go.
Because there's a chance I pick up the long driver and start training and see. I've got a good buddy, Jacob Galladay. He's called him Jesus. He's with Malbon. He hits the ball really far. But I ran into him the other day, and he's like, hey, you should at least enter a Pro-Am. Like, come with me. I'll show you some stuff. We'll get you hooked up. But, like, your club speed, your driver speed. But, no, I'm not going to go pro. But what I do want to do is just have fun with it. When I say create content, I do want to create content. You know, we've talked about that. I struggle with that, with asking other athletes and celebrities to make videos with me and stuff, because I'm like, I hate asking these guys to do stuff. But I realize my value sometimes is my network and the people I know, and we do really cool stuff. So showcasing that, and showcasing again, I mean this in the best way, because I want people to see what I get to do. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm so cool, but dude, I'm so diversified. I go hunt one day, and then I go play golf with Blake Griffin and Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, I'm throwing names out there because I want to name drop. And then I come back here and I duck hunt with Chase Rice and Pat. And again, then I go back to Arizona and I'm playing in the par 3 tournament, and I'm with the governor of Arizona. And I come back, you know what I mean? I'm just like, what is this world I'm living? And there's just, when you talk about this new age of content and providing and creating something that people find value and relate to, small town, running the business, like even that, man, like next year with what I would love, it's my biggest stigma, golf and hunting, is like, post your scores, post your bad hunts. We shot 14 birds today. Yeah, we're going to go shoot them in the evening, but I'm so over the pile picks and the like, hey man, I would love to every day, here's the crash landing bird report. We shot 2 birds today. Yeah, we did. Yeah. It's okay. It happens. And someplace in Kansas shot 68. Cool. We shot 2 here today. Yeah. Tomorrow we shot 7. Third day we did shoot 60. You know what I mean? But like the stigma of like, we only post our good hunts. I only post my good scores. It's not, again, getting back to the vision, that's not what this is about. It's an experience and being accountable and understanding that, again, like right now, I have an opportunity to create content and show something that the average person doesn't get to show or do. But like I said, that's where I struggle, because like a guy like Chase, hey dude, can we make a reel? Can I get you out here and swing a golf club? And like Reagan, I hate that, but it's necessary. But that's where a place like this allows us beforehand to hang out, share a few drinks, get to know each other a little bit more. Where now, I mean, I know it's a short time, but I'm asking my friend to do something with me. I don't feel like I'm asking the artist to do something. I'm asking my boy Chase let's do something cool. Hey Pat, let's talk about some stuff. Yeah, let's film this golf swing real quick. Like, this place allows that relationship aspect to help the content and drive my comfortability in making true organic content. So yeah, golf, but the golf leads to the content. And again, you talk about Arizona. I've done some stuff with Scratch Golf, Casa de Campo, Lazy J Sporting Club is coming up, Old Waverly and Mossy Oak. I do some stuff at Southern Hills. Again, I'd love to see something out here with the First Tee program. Again, getting back, that's another thing, Crash, why we went outdoors. I want to do kids camps, hunting camps, kids get their hunter safety education. So transitioning into all that, if I'm done, taking what I've been able to meet people, see people, experience things, and take those relationships and values and put them into what I think is my post-playing career.
I think it's very important, and even the things that you just said, and we talked about a little bit earlier. You go and play professional baseball, you make all this money, and there's some people that could be like, hey, I made all this money, I bought this outfitter, and everybody else is doing my work. I'm just the face of it. I don't care about anything. No. You're here. You're working. You got Reagan. Your wife is here. She's working. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's like, now this is a family-ran operation. And that, it goes back to the values on how you were brought up. Like, that is so important for people to know. And it's like, man, this is hard work.
It is. And again, that's why I talked about, I tread lightly in saying I'm working here. But I am. I know I've got money in the bank. But, like, dude, like you said, there's not a lot of other guys that are grinding in the way that I grind. And the value, and like, again, man, it's not it's the way we're raised, what we do. We've got a lady that we pay a lot of money to come here and clean and turn stuff over. Any chance, hey, can I start the towels to get you a head start over here? Like Reagan and I run up and down, strip all the beds, turn it over. Like, we were literally doing that for her, and it was like, this is great. What an I mean, again, this place is nice. It's what we built it for. It's our dream. But like that, and then Nick comes in. And like I said, Nick has been a part of this family. I say family because that's what it is. I mean, there's 7 guys here that have been here all 8 years. I mean, Nick, our chef, and his wife Liz are as a part of Crash as anyone. And again, like, we celebrate Nick's birthday. We bought his kid a shotgun. Like, but it's for the right reasons, not to butter him up. Hey, can we hunt your property? Like, we love Nick, and Nick loves us. And like Nick, everyone who's stuck around here, and even the new guys, why it's such a great operation and we say it's a family is because I can't put someone around you that I can't be around, in a way. You know what I mean? Or like, I come in and I told Nick I wanted these glasses for like nice whiskey glasses. Well, Nick goes a step above. Call it cheesy or whatever. He found some shotgun glasses and got crash landing imprinted on them. I didn't have to ask for that. I didn't have to. Nick is like, that's a value I want to bring. I want to be able to do cool stuff like that for our guys. And I'm like, man, like, yes, you get the vision here. You understand the value and the experience that we're trying to create. And then, yeah, man, I'm a big believer because I've seen it work for me. When you show your employees or your people that you are willing to get dirty with them and do the same stuff, even though I've already done it, they will respect you
Speaks
and
volumes.
follow you anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I make it a point to get up and go set up sometimes and do things like that to show these guys that like we are equal. And that way I feel a lot more comfortable because yes, there's times I am trying to run a business and I do need to be here to host guys instead of go set up. I have no problem telling that guy, hey, I know it's 11 and you're supposed to have the afternoon off, but I need you to go put that ice heater in this pond. I need you to go set this up and break this down. Like, go do that. I'm paying you a lot of money, but I'm paying you because I've done it. I know what it takes. I know how hard it is. So that's why we're paying you what you're paying you. But I feel safe telling you to go do it as your boss because I've done it. And I'm going to do it with you tomorrow, but not today. You go do it.
There's tough things about running a business, and there's one tough thing that I think is very engaging when it comes to the audience, especially the ones that watch this show. How is it, and I'm glad that she's actually here, like, when it comes to working with your wife, what would you say is the hardest thing about you and Reagan working together?
It's awesome.
Come on, we want to know.
Yeah. Now my wife's in the room, full transparency, and that, like, you've seen, like, that's why we're able to do this because we can talk like this. It's not for everyone, but I mean, yeah, through honesty and transparency. We're especially up here. I mean, call a spade. We're running a male-dominant sport, right? I mean, nothing against the females in the sport. Keep grinding. I want them, but like 99.9% of our clientele, if not maybe more than that, is male. So I have told her in this aspect, this game, and again, just calling it how it is you're in a room full of men and you're a woman. As great as you are, as cool as you are, as close, you are still a woman, and it changes the room just a little bit. And I may catch some flack from some women out there for that, but it's just a fact. It's true. And not that, but there's a reason those guys didn't fly in here and bring their wife. Those guys didn't bring their girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, if they wanted, and not in a bad way, but the woman around, but to cater that, Reagan has earned the right and shown me that she can hang, understand what's happening here, not only understand, but provide a value, an experience. She is an addition. I tell her this all the time. I would do this whether you're here or not, okay? But the fact that you're here and helping is one thing, but adding value is another. And as much as I love her and as much as she's my friend, if she didn't add a value here, it's not worth some of the fights and arguments we get into. But the value and help and support that she offers here and provides, it's just some things you can't say, where it's tough to say something like, hey, come help now. Well, you told me to F off and this is your business, you know, and we've had some of those close moments.
I totally agree, but I think you will agree with this because it's time to adapt to it and just realize it. And I've had to deal with this with farming. You know, my mom, she's running our farming operation back home. It is time to understand that this lifestyle, this outdoor, the hunting, the fishing, not only are women in it, but women are
they're coming.
They're beating the men in it.
Not just
I mean, it's time for
in the workforce.
This is a hot take, and this is very important. I want people to know it's like this is a lifestyle that probably historically has been a men-only type of hobby. Women are here, and women are here to stay in it, and I think it's awesome. Yeah,
and I think, I mean, some of it too, you know, we can go down all types of stereotypes that these women get and stuff, but most of it is because we're intimidated by them. She can hold her own. She can blow a duck call. She can, all these things like we can talk about, but men, we're intimidated by it. That they, I'm not going to say can do it all the same because that was never a thing, but they can hang and they can enjoy it. They can throw back a beer, throw back, like, what? This is a different ballgame, boys. And the women are here and they're here to stay. And I'm about it. Like I said, I'm all about my boys' trips. But again, you talk about something that is really cool. And I say we've done stuff and we have done stuff, but I didn't really understand. I didn't really know what that means or some of this stuff. And very quickly I have learned and I've experienced, and 2 of our main guides are farmers. They have 2 of the biggest farming operations in the county. Like their job is they're going to take over their family's operation. They're going to farm. They're going to plant. I mean, even I know planting schedules. I know when I can call my guys to do stuff. I understand the seasons of when to plant and going back in with winter weed and what's going to take and what percentage the soil needs to be and what good soil is, what bad soil is. If you can balance the pH, what rain levels we need to average, just taking it more seriously, yes, for duck hunting, but then also, like an understanding of when we go in and ask these guys and why you can't drive in the middle of the field to go duck hunt. And, it's frozen. Well, dude, that's that guy's crop. That's money he spent on seed that you are ruining. Like, I understand that. I value that. I've watched these guys. I've gone to the field with them. I've sat in the combine and done these things. And it really is. It's a type of work that there is no end and no reward. There isn't. And again, I talk about when you can get up and do something for the greater good of other people and your family, like hats off to you. Like what farmer is rich in money, right?
Exactly
but
right.
A guy down here, Tom Cannon, he's one of the guys I'm talking about. Another guy, Stanley Claybaker, like not rich, but rich. I look at their family. I look at their values. I look at their kids are working for them. And again, people outside are like, they don't leave. They work for their parents and work on the farm. Yeah, it's awesome. And there's a value, and again, it's not about money, but they are providing something and values and things that money can't buy. And so getting back to it, man, I'm all about it. Regenerative farming. When you talk about conservation now, I'm about it. I'm understanding this economic climate change we're in, the laws, the residential areas, like what is happening around the world, especially in the U.S. with properties. And again, we all started, as much as we love what we do and lease and do all this private, when we were public land hunters to start. I remember, seriously, hunting Billy Creek and Shodo and these public WRP places and Ducks Unlimited places back home that you had to get to the hole at 2 a.m. and they didn't open the gate, when anyone talks about we didn't grind or I didn't grind, maybe not as much as you. I'm sorry that you're still running public holes, but I get it. And I get the value of that. I understand and if I don't have those public places to go hunt, where is crash landing? It's not here. I don't understand putting flashlights in 6 different spots so no one else will come hunt our spot to keep all the guys. You learn stuff. And if those hunting places and habitat isn't available, again, what are we doing? What are we teaching? Where are these values? I could go down and down, but if there's not an opportunity for the hardworking middle-class person to find a place to hunt publicly, where do we go?
You're spot on. Statements like that is why you came on the show today.
Well, thank you. But I believe in them. Again, that's why I said that from the beginning. I haven't worked a day in my life because I know that. I've been blessed. I've made more money than people could ever imagine. So when I talk on that, I talk on it very carefully and respectfully because I really do understand it. And I relate to it.
You were raised in it.
I was raised in it. And so, I was blessed. I was for it. But I don't hold that against myself to act like I get a break and I made money so you don't know. No, I do know about it. I do understand it. And that's why I take pride in our operation, what we pay our guys, like I just talked about, our farmers, our people, and ultimately the whole thing. This is something different and more than just hunting here.
That's the mic drop. Boom. I really appreciate you coming on the show today, man. I look forward to seeing what you have in the future. What it could be baseball. We still don't know yet. I was hoping Archie came on here and maybe was going to retire on my show, but he didn't. Golf, crash landing. You got so much stuff going on. I look forward to watching you. I look forward to us building our friendship. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming down the road. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate it more than you know.
And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in every single Wednesday. A new episode of Like a Farmer's dropping on YouTube and wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Thank you again for Archie Bradley. Thank y'all for always tuning in. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.